this evening. High school is not a solo performance. These past 4 years have not only taught us that the success of our class is contingent on every member, but also working together is far more meaningful and memorable than working alone. We tend to focus more on our individual stresses and successes, but when we pause, it allows us to appreciate our collaborations in the community we have built that has truly made the difference. We thrive when we pool our strengths together, whether it's in the context of academics, studying together for a math final, or hiking Hurricane Ridge. Our class was most successful when we were thinking and acting as one. We see this lesson in last week's Torah portion, Parashat Beha'alotcha. Moshe was having an extremely difficult time leading the Jewish people. The Jews were complaining again, this time about wanting a different menu for dinner. Moshe was ready to give up. He told Hashem that he felt alone in leading the Jewish people and simply could not continue. Moshe says, Lo uchal anochi levadi laset et kol ha'am hazeh ki kaved mimeni. Alone, I cannot carry this entire people, for it is too hard for me. Moshe then continues, Ve'im kacha et oseh li hargeni na harog im matzati chen be'necha ve'al bera'ati. If this is the way you treat me, please kill me if I have found favor in your eyes, so that I not see my misfortune. Moshe is crying out to God in a moment of weakness and begging for help. Moshe recognizes that he alone cannot support the emerging needs of an entire nation. This task is too large for one person to fulfill on his own. Hashem's response to Moshe is one of caring and support. Esva li shiv'im ish mizakeni Yisrael. Go and gather 70 elders who will be able to cultivate a community with you and support its existence. Velo tisa ata levadecha. You shall not bear it alone. Here at NYHS, we have learned this important value of strength in numbers. Just like the 70 elders banded together to support Moshe in his leadership of Bnei Yisrael, so too, the process of learning and achieving is far more powerful when done with a team of collaborators. For example, when preparing for an exam, it's possible to simply memorize facts or ideas alone. However, our class truly excelled when we would study together, challenging each other's ideas and questioning each other's logic until we were satisfied with the conclusion. We were not just memorizing, we were learning. We are not just Chevra Tov, learning partners who, in the Jewish tradition, push and challenge each other toward academic excellence. Just as importantly, we are friends who know how to take any situation and make it a memorable experience. Take, for example, my least favorite activity, driving. The 6 months after I got my license, the period when I was legally mandated to drive alone, were particularly challenging. Most people flourish with this new sense of independence. However, I found no solace in this freedom because I was by myself. Once I was able to have other people in my car, even if it was just for some great carpool karaoke, it transformed driving from a dull experience to a bonding one. Participating in even the most mundane activities with my friends makes every situation an opportunity to create a positive memory. Although my classmates have been so central to my experience at NYHS, peers are not enough when it comes to learning, growth, and direction. Looking back on the exchange between Hashem and Moshe, I noticed that when identifying the group of people who would be appointed to support Moshe, Hashem specifically commanded Moshe to turn toward the elders. It would not have been appropriate in this situation to gather a group of peers. Why? It was critical that Moshe look toward the elders who had the wisdom and experience to provide the needed guidance for him to navigate this difficult situation. These 70 people were not going to replace Moshe, but help Moshe continue to grow as an effective leader. While I am certainly not comparing our teachers to the elders in terms of their age, it is through the wisdom and experience of our faculty and staff that they personify the 70 elders and have truly sparked a deep love of learning that we will carry with us for the rest of our lives. They nurtured us as individuals and supported us in learning collaboratively. I know I speak on behalf of all my classmates when I say thank you for all you have done for us. As we leave NYHS, we walk away with the value of community. This community is made up of peers who challenge us, friends who support us, and teachers and role models to look toward for wisdom and guidance. On behalf of our whole class, we also want to express our deepest appreciation and gratitude to our friends and family for the constant love, support, and tuition payments, and giving us the most rewarding gift possible, Jewish education. On a more personal note, I really want to thank my parents for raising me in a home filled with a love of Torah and mitzvot. My parents are my role models, and every day they inspire me. And finally, to the amazing class of 2017, Mazal tov to us, we did it!
Thank you, Shaminia. Before we get to the actual act of graduation,
Shlomit is a native Seattleite and came to NYHS after graduating from the Seattle Hebrew Academy. Shlomit is a smart, diligent, and intellectually curious student. That's what they say about you. Shlomit, one of your teachers has observed that you never have done just what is asked of any assignment. Instead, you consistently exceed expectations. Shlomit's academic achievements have led her to receive merit awards in the Talmud, history, and government, and Tanakh, to be our co-valedictorian, and to gain recognition as a Washington State Honor Scholar, placing in the top 10% of all Washington State students. Shlomit's also a real leader. She's been in the student council as spirit chair, vice president, and co-president. She's been the co-captain of the basketball team for the past 2 years. Shlomit, you have a unique ability to inspire confidence and motivate others. Shlomit, when reflecting on your years at NYHS, you said, "I think my greatest takeaway," I'm quoting, "is realizing the importance of community. My most meaningful and productive moments in high school have been completing group projects or collaborating with friends on a really hard math assignment. Cultivating a sense of community and unity has been the most rewarding high school experience." Shlomit's inspiring active participation extends beyond the school day and year. Locally, she volunteers weekly with Catholic Youth Services to tutor refugee children and children from economically disadvantaged homes. During her summers, Shlomit connects with the world. In 2015, she was in Israel at the Sephardic Educational Center program, at the Sardis Fellow in Hungary, where she was engaged with 400 Jewish teens from around the world. Next year, Shlomit will study at Midrashet Torah V'Avodah in Israel and then enter the University of Maryland's Honors College. Mazal tov. Noah Olsta.